I love the fast food. I do wish I was there when they decided on the size of those ketchup packets. I'm not saying I need a gallon, but maybe enough for more than one fry. I always end up opening 20. I look like a heroin addict. I'm gonna party once I get set up here. Has anyone ever used just one ketchup packet? Do you have a half of a quarter of an ounce of ketchup? It's just so darn rich. I need a resealable packet. One that I could store in my purse. They always give you 3 packets. When you go back up and ask for more, the guy handing them out always treats you like you're taking from his personal stash. Oh, looks like my kids aren't having ketchup tonight. Enjoy, ketchup glutton. Sometimes printed on the ketchup packet, it'll say not for resale. I didn't even know that was an issue. I've been to a lot of flea markets, no ketchup packets. And you know what? If you're in a position where you have to sell ketchup packets, I don't think that's gonna hold you back. We need money, maybe we should sell these ketchup packets. Oh, we can't, it says not for resale. Dang it. If you're lucky, you'll get a ketchup packet that's labeled as fancy ketchup. Ketchup, you're being modest. You're way more than fancy, you're elegant. I know it's all relative, but what kind of life are you leading where you consider ketchup fancy? Well, we ain't rich folk, but on special occasions, I'll break out the ketchup. Grandma's birthday, make her feel like a celebrity. Ketchup. Some fast food places, they have that ketchup pump. It's like a keg. They give you the paper shot glass. I always like to hang around there, try and meet the ladies. Here, I'll pump for you. You come to this Wendy's often? My roommate and I, we got a pony pump back at my dorm. Here's an extra shot for your cute friend. How many shots of ketchup do you get? I usually get like 3, but if I've had a bad day, I'll get 5. My wife thinks I'm trash because I use a lot of ketchup on my sushi. I find it gets rid of the fish flavor. How about those people that don't use ketchup? What are they called again? Al-Qaeda? Ugh. Ketchup. The upside down bottle of ketchup, have you seen that? Don't you think it's a little embarrassing how long it took us to come up with the upside down bottle? It was only like 6 months ago. Some guy was like, you know, we only use it like this. Why don't we just put the cap on the bottom? Have people been complaining ketchup is hard to get out of the bottle? For like 100 years. I'll talk to our gravity experts. Ketchup is hard to get out of a bottle. You know, I was like, you guys go on without me. Maybe, just leave me water. You ever been given one of those tiny ketchup bottles? They're like 90% glass. This is adorable, but I want ketchup, not a Christmas ornament. I'll put this with my other glass menagerie. Ketchup. I never thought I'd miss a bacon joke. Salsa is like the Mexican ketchup. Marinara is the Italian ketchup, and British food is terrible. Actually, vinegar is the British ketchup. How bad is your food when adding vinegar improves it? You know what I use vinegar for? Cleaning windows. The British are our only allies. Why would he be so reckless with his edgy ketchup jokes? What if Gordon Brown was sitting in the audience right now and he was about to sign the NATO treaty? That was the lesson of the pandemic. It's inevitable. Eventually, we're all gonna go. Don't worry, not all my materials is uplifting. But we're all gonna go, and then our loved ones will do our funeral. That's harsh, right? The people closest to the deceased are put in charge. It's like, we know you're in a very vulnerable state, but time to host a party. They're in shock. Everyone at a funeral's in shock. If you're not a little surprised at a funeral, you're the murderer. It was so unexpected. Not for me. People are caught off guard at a funeral, but I want my funeral to be a total surprise. Like when I die, I don't want anyone to be told. I just want Evites to go out to friends. Last minute party, come on over, big announcement. And then when my friends arrive, Jim's dead. Oh. Is there anything I can do? Come look at the body. Because that's essentially what happens at funerals. Come look at the dead body. I'll take your word for it. What is this, Weekend at Bernie's? Have you been to an open casket funeral? His memory will live on in my nightmares. At Catholic funerals, you're supposed to kneel next to the casket and say a prayer. That prayer goes like this. 1 Mississippi. 2 Mississippi. It's gotta be long enough. Yeah. Because the body looks weird in the casket. It does. They're always overdressed. We put men in business suits. What do they have, an interview? Dress for the afterlife you want. People usually say, he looks like he's resting, or he passed out at an office Christmas party. Why is he wearing a tie? If you want me to rest in peace, bury me in pajamas. In preparation for the funeral, we put makeup on the dead body. When did Grandpa start wearing eyeliner? There's special funeral makeup. You never see commercials for that makeup. Maybe that corpse is still alive. Or maybe it's a Maybelline. For when you want to look drop dead gorgeous. That's so much job to put makeup on a dead person's face. That couldn't have been the goal. Somehow the dream of, I want to work in fashion became, I'll put blush on the corpse. It is an art form. It's impressive. I'm surprised it's not a reality show. Pimp My Corpse. I have my own idea for a reality show. I think it's a winner. Let me pitch it to you. My show would open with 2 identical bodies lying next to each other. One of the bodies would be dead, the other cake. Okay? The show's called Dead or Cake. And then a loved one would be given a cake knife. Susie loved her grandma, but how well did she know her? Will she cut on the delicious red velvet cake or her nana? Let's find out. Susie, you may cut the... Oh, Susie. This is usually the point when people ask, well, when's he gonna do the food jokes? I thought he was gonna... Dead or Cake is a food joke. Funerals are weird. Open casket, closed casket. I want to be sitting up in my casket. You know, just sitting there. Eyes open. I'd like to be positioned near the doorway so when people enter the room, they're like, what the hell? I'd rig it so occasionally my hand would go up. I definitely want there to be crumbs on my chest. Did he eat recently? I'd pre-record an announcement. Thanks for coming to my funeral. Don't be sad, I'm in a better place. Just kidding, I'm right here. And then, I don't know if this is in poor taste, but at that moment, I'd like my body to burst into flames. I want to be cremated, but at my funeral. You know, something for everyone, a little surf and turf. We've all been to funerals. We've all lost someone, still had their number in our phone. You just can't bring yourself to delete it, but they're never gonna call. It would be weird if they did. Grandma? Stop looking at that filth on the internet. We lost my aunt several years ago, and eventually someone else was assigned her phone number, and we know that because my aunt was part of our family text chain. And at one point, a random guy chimed in kind of annoyed. Why am I part of this text chain? So I responded the only way I could. I said, because you're my aunt and we love you. And he was like, bro, I'm not your aunt. And I was like, you haven't changed a bit. What a character, right?
My favorite gift I've ever received is a flask. I think giving someone a flask is a nice way of saying, hey, you seem like a drunk on the go. You strike me as needing hard liquor at all times. This would be good for you in your car. Don't you love how we have different containers that we drink different alcohol out of? Like, you ever try and drink wine out of anything but a wine glass? You feel like a drunk. Hey, can you refill my Yahtzee shaker? Hit the sippy cup too, will you, Donka? There's so much formality with wine. Like that wine menu. Does anyone really know what they're looking at when they look at a wine menu? Because if you do, you're an alcoholic. Oh yeah, I had 3 of these for breakfast. I always make the mistake of asking for the waiter's suggestion. So that wine would complement your meal. Yeah, I'm going to go with the $5 bottle. That complements my wallet. I am always asking the waiter's advice, which is odd, It's like, hey, you don't know me, but what do you think I should eat? Is it time for a haircut? It's up to you, because you're a stranger. And I'm weird. You ever have the waiter strongly recommend something? You feel kind of guilty not getting that. Like, yeah, I know you really want me to get that, but I'm just going to get what I want. Because I'm still paying, right, pushy? Why don't you back off? But we should be nicer to the wait staff. Yeah. It's an odd relationship we have with the waiter. Occasionally the waiter will tell you their name. We never give ours. They're like, hey, how you doing? I'm your waiter. My name's Phil. Yeah, I'll have the chicken. Why don't you beat it? You never really use the name. I'm out of water. Phil! Phil! Woo! Philly! I do feel uncomfortable when the waiter's doing the specials. That's kind of a semi-conversation. They're always like, our specials, we have a sea bass, we're just broiled. I'm always like, am I supposed to say something? Pass! I exert so much energy acting like I'm interested in this Oh, that's a soup of the day? Oh my God. I'm not getting any of this crap. Here's a clue. If it's that special, put it on the menu. Oh, that is so true. I do love going out to dinner. I always get the appetizer, because the appetizer is just an excuse for an extra meal. Let's see, I will start with the 80 buffalo wings. And do you have a low-cal blue cheese? 'Cause I don't want to fill up too much. It would be embarrassing trying to explain what an appetizer is to someone from a starving country. You'd be like, yeah, the appetizer, that's food we eat before we have our food. Yeah. No, you're thinking of dessert. That's food we eat after we have our food. Yeah, we eat tons of food. Sometimes it's so much we just stick it in a bag, bring it home. You ever get the doggy bag? You're like, no, put this in a box, in a bag, and I'll bring it home and throw it out tomorrow. That is so true. That's weird. Going out to dinner is a little weird. I mean, I enjoy bread in everyday life, but when I go out to dinner, suddenly I crave bread. Bread? They got bread here? Oh, we should have bread at home. We got to get the recipe for bread. You ever eat the whole basket of bread and you still want more? It's kind of awkward asking the waiter for seconds on bread. Yeah, can we have some more of that free bread? Can you cancel my entree? I'm just gonna load up on the bread. Are there other free things here? I prefer the free stuff more. I am trying to lay off the carbs. I'm a vegetarian now. Anyone a vegetarian? Yeah, there you go. I'm not a strict vegetarian. I eat beef and pork. And chicken, but not fish, because that's disgusting. How can you tell when fish goes bad? It smells like fish either way. Well, this smells like a dumpster. Let's eat it. No one really likes fish. They just won't admit it. They're like, I like fish just as long as it doesn't taste like fish. I got news for you. I don't think you like fish. I'm almost positive fish is supposed to taste like fish. Actually, you know what's really good on fish? Anything that kills the taste of fish. How about relish in a gallon of mayo? That'll do the job. What if we squeeze a lemon and wrap it in seaweed and cover it in soy sauce?
He's anti-fish. And we're right next to Lake Michigan.
I am amazed that we're still serving fish with the heads on there. Don't you always feel like that eye is looking at you like, hey, you don't mind if I watch while you eat my body, do you? Don't be distracted if a little tear comes out. You can just tell yourself it's butter.
Oh, what if a fish was in the audience? That would be awkward for all of us. It could happen. Lake Michigan's right there, buddy. The fish would laugh, but on the inside it'd be crying. Sad. You and your fish head joke.
Obviously, some people prefer it like that. Y'all have the fish, keep the head on there, and find out if it had a nickname. Anywho. Pig roast, pig roast, we always have that pig head sitting there, which is sad, because you can tell they killed a pig when it was eating an apple. Hey, pig, you want an apple? Sure, what are you doing with that spear? Ow! Mid-bite every time. At least those animals aren't alive, yeah? I was feeling uncomfortable when I go in a seafood restaurant. They have that lobster tank sitting there. All the lobsters are peering out like, hey, what are you here for? I'm here to eat you. Yeah, right. Hey, Harvey, this guy. Harvey?
Oh, and Harvey was gone.